Hello, it's me. Let's change the background color. What should we change it to today? Right now it's kind of purplish. That's green. Kind of red. I've never done orange. It'll be orange today. Hey Robert, hey Drama. Oh, purple. That's a good one, Oz. I didn't think about that. Let's go purple for the Lakers. Purple, purple, purple. That's what we're going to go with. Thanks, Oz. What did I do? There we go. Okay. Going with purple. Good suggestion, Oz. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Robert. D House, hello. For those of you that can make it tomorrow, I don't know how many people remembered, but we need help tomorrow cutting bait and loading the truck. So hopefully we'll have 4 or 5 of you guys there at the warehouse around 10 a.m. tomorrow. We got to cut up the mackerel. I picked up all the mackerel today. Picked up the red worms. Picked up the the mealworms. So we have plenty of that. We just need to get the bait cut up. Yeah, Robert, I can't believe how good the Dodgers are doing right now. With 6 in a row they won. That's awesome. Hey Marshall, it was nice to see you at the swap meet. Hey Steve, blue light special. Annette says they're at Starbucks. It's raining in Montebello. It's not raining here in Long Beach. Kevin will be there tomorrow. Thank you, Kevin. Steve, you gonna be there tomorrow? Hopefully Robert can make it tomorrow too. Trying to get Chris there, but I haven't been able to reach him. Maybe we'll get some new people. Are there any new people that want to come cut bait? Help us load the truck? We could use you. Hello, Gary. Hey, Aaron. Not in my area. There was a tornado today. I think it was in Carson, but not here in Long Beach, which isn't too far away. I mean, 5 miles, not too far away. Robert, on and off pouring. Yeah, I know. I know. Brad's headed up north to Emeryville. He's gonna. I'll be on the boat with him on the New Huck Fin on Sunday. We'll be fishing for stripers and halibut. Hello, Melvin. I will be up your way on Sunday. I'll be on the New Huck Fin. If you're not going to be on the boat, if you want to meet me, you can meet me when we come in. Just call the landing, find out what time the boat's coming in, and I will be there Sunday. It's still a little hard, but it's not on. It's not in the freezer tonight. It's in an ice chest, so it'll hopefully be just perfect tomorrow. So we'll see. Hello, John the Tuna Slayer. Hey, Terry, how you doing? Terry is in a bar? Ooh, you must be feeling a lot better. Edward from Texas. What part of Texas are you in, Edward? I would say 90% of my family lives in Texas. That's where my parents are from. Hey, Greg. So you got on the trip. That's good. Thanks. Thanks for signing up. Hello, Tony. All right, let's do a show opening. I'm Dan Hernandez, and I live to fish. All right. I have been fishing along the Pacific coast my entire life. Oh! Let me bring you in the action and share with you some great fishing tips along the way. Here's a list of some of our upcoming fishing trips, and all these will be filmed for television. So visit our website at sport-fishing.com to see our full schedule. Make sure you join us and be part of the action and be on my TV show. Okay. So Kevin says the Warriors are winning right now. It isn't halftime yet. Wow. So Lawrence says the boats are getting limits of both bass and halibut. Lauren, what's the limit up there for the halibut? Is it 2? Down here it's 5 halibut per person. Is it only 2 halibut up there in Northern Cal? Edwards and Corpus Christi. Okay, cool. Most of my family's in El Paso, Odessa, Midland, Presidio, a bunch in Presidio, and a bunch in Dallas and Fort Worth. Gary wants to know how my mom's doing. She's doing good. I was supposed to go over and see her yesterday, but she asked to have some rest, so she just slept. So I didn't go over yesterday, but she's sounding good. Talked to her yesterday, talked to her this morning. So she's just resting. Kenny, what's up, Dan? Yeah, she's doing well. This was a picture of them just before the surgery. They went to Kansas to visit my brother and his 7 kids and 13 of their 16 great-grandchildren. So that's what that's all about there. So it's good. The Daniel Hernandez Youth Foundation will be hosting a free kids fishing event at MacArthur Park in downtown Los Angeles. It's going to be on Saturday, May 6th. Make plans to be there. Everything's free for the kids. Lots of fish to catch. I'll see you there. Okay, so Lawrence says the halibut is 3 per person in Northern Cal. That's good. Thank you, Eric. Hello, Nacho. I'm surprised there's so many of you on here. I thought everybody would just be watching the game. But you guys are lucky. You can do both. You can have the game on in the background and you can still be here. Thank you, Brian. I'm looking forward to getting up there. Brian, was that your check we got today? Or was that another family check? We got a nice donation today for the Youth Foundation. Hey Jeff, how you doing? You're not on a boat today? Hey Brad. Brad, are you driving up in the morning tomorrow, or are you going Saturday? Yeah, that's what I used to ask my brother too, Kevin. 7 kids. Jeff, you won't believe this one. Terry is in a sports bar watching basketball and baseball. And her excuse is that she doesn't have a TV at home. So that's why she's in a sports bar. Have fun, Terry. You deserve it after all you've been through this year. All that time you spent in hospital beds, hospital rooms. Now that you can walk a little bit, just be careful. Please be careful. Oh, so later tonight, leaving 2.5 day. All right, here's a little slideshow from the Pride trip. Oh, that camera didn't turn on. Let's see what happened. So John was born in El Paso. Yeah, my parents grew up in a little town. My dad grew up in a little town called Fabens outside of El Paso, about 40 miles. That's where the Cattleman's Restaurant is. If you guys are ever in West Texas, outside of El Paso, there's a restaurant out in the middle of nowhere. It's like 30 miles outside of El Paso, probably 3-4 miles off the highway, up in the middle of nowhere. And some of the best steaks you'll ever have in your life. Awesome. D-House, you will love that reel. I have several of them. I even have one that Kevin gave me because he didn't want to use it. But you will love that reel. They work out really, really good. So there's no Dodger game tonight, right? It's just the basketball, I believe. Then what else was I going to share with you guys today? Yeah, we still need a few people for the trip on the Californian. So if any of you are interested in that, we can use people for that on the Californian. Annette, you were born in El Paso? I can't believe I don't know that. Maybe I forgot that, since I've known you forever. And then our East Cape trip is still doing good. Quite a few people signed up on that. And more people calling and asking about it. So that's cool. So the Dodgers play the Padres tomorrow. Max talking about El Paso. Yeah, I saw they gave away a star today. What's her name? The girl that was in Star Wars. She got her star today. Hello, Real Raider. Hey, John, Tuna Slayer. Thank you very much for your super chat. Appreciate that. Yeah, this is the East Cape trip. We still have space on it, and quite a few people have already signed up. I think we're up somewhere around 25, 30 people already signed up. So scan that, and maybe you'll win a free trip. You don't have to pay to go. And whoever wins it, whatever team boat wins it this year, next year the boat will be free for them. They won't have to pay for the boat. So it's pretty good. Hello, Ken. Oh, Carrie Fisher. Yeah, that's who it was. All right. Nice Johnny bass here on the Magic Metal Jig. I'll keep this one. All right, so I want to demonstrate to you how ridiculous the fishing is here. Here's a Magic Metal Jig. I'm going to drop it about 5 feet over the side. I'm going to catch a fish. And this is going to take about a minute, maybe that long. So let's come right over here. I'm going to take this jig. I'm just going to drop it down here. You should be able to watch the jig get bit. I'm just going to go down about 10 feet. Just swing it around here slowly. There's fish all over it right there. See the fish coming up after it? There, I got a fish already. And just to prove to you that this wasn't a fluke, I'm going to do it one more time. Little fish, let it go. Take the jig, drop it right here where you can see it. See the jig right there in the water? That was a Johnny bass. That's a black rock fish. There it is, right there on the surface. And we're not snagging them, hooking them right there in the mouth. Just ridiculous, ridiculous fishing. So Annette says her dad was a missile operator? Yeah, missile operator. Yeah, Greg, that's what I'm hearing. Lauren said that the boats were getting limits of stripers and halibut. And it looks like the weather's going to be nice. I know it's going to be nice and sunny down here, so I'm guessing it'll be nice and sunny up there. Russell says, been watching your show since early 90s when I was a kid. Yeah, I started in 89, 86, 86. So 37 years ago. What's the limit on stripers? Is it just 2? Or is everything up there 3? Stripers and halibut. Hey Tyler, how you doing? Just a reminder that today is brought to you by our friends at Boomerang and B52 Bucktails. So please remember that when you're out there. Yellowtail, China made or US? Oh, they're all made in China. We can't even use the paints here in California to make the jigs. I wish we could make them here. Oh, so Raider says it may be raining on Saturday, off and on. Should be nice on Sunday. Okay. I hope so. I better check the weather report then. I wasn't going to take any rain gear. 2 stripers. Okay, thank you. Hey Kenneth, how you doing? Kenneth, you gonna be fishing out of California? Where are you gonna be fishing? Renee says, went on a center council 28-footer private boat last year. Fished 600 feet. It was ridiculous. The fish were no bigger than the fish at 120 feet. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Brad. D-House is going to like that reel. They work really, really good. We use them for our private charters, same size reel. Yeah, Tyler, Kevin's talking about Tyler made a little donation of some items for the Youth Foundation. So thank you, Tyler. Like Kevin said, appreciate it. So scattered showers Saturday for the Bay Area. And how's it look for Sunday? Does Sunday look good? Oh, Kenneth was fishing with me. Cool. On the 25th. Now I gotta take a look. What boat am I on? Oh, that must be the Californian. No, the Californian is the 18th. The 25th is. Oh, it's a meet and greet trip on the Gale Force. Cool. Yeah, let me put links to those up here. So the Californian trip, if any of you want to join us, we have too much space available on it right now. And for some reason, people like to wait till last minute. But there's that, Californian. And the boats up there, Tucker's boat got, what do you call it? Got limits of white sea bass yesterday. So they did really good. So maybe we'll have a shot at some white sea bass on that trip on the Californian. And then on the 25th, I'll be on the Gale Force. There's 10 spots left. If anyone's interested in going on that trip, we'll be going to Catalina. And it looks like they're starting to find yellowtail over there. So that should be good. What does Tamara say? So she says when she was fishing 600 feet too, they didn't get into much bigger fish. Ken, Dan, tips on staying over the deep spots on a private boat? Yeah, the deep spots, 600 feet, 1,000 feet, you're not going to anchor. You're going to drift over those. It's on a small boat. It's really hard to anchor over anything over 150 feet. You can probably anchor in 200 feet if you don't have a lot of conditions. But normally when we get over 150 feet, we just drift. I do anchor 150, 175 feet quite often on my boat, but anything like 200, we normally just drift over it. And what you have to do sometimes is just stay at the wheel and drive the boat into the current so the boat doesn't move so fast. So that's about all you can do. So Renee says, went out Saturday. Fished 600 feet out of Long Beach. But the wind kicked up at 1:30, so we had to go shallow up tight. Yeah. Whenever the wind picks up, it's not good. Yeah, Tamara, see if you can join us. See if you can join us on the trip um, on the Californian. It's going to be on Thursday, the 18th. So we need some bodies, and you live up that way, so this trip's out of Ventura. Yeah, Lloyd, that's what I use for my white sea bass. The four that I landed, that's all I used was Alexa and 400 series. Yeah, please try to make it. Yellowtail confirmed. Cool. Um, Most of the times when I see sea anchors used, it isn't for rock fishing. It's more at night when they don't want the boats to drift a long distance. Um, I have used sea anchors when I'm drifting for halibut if there's too much wind and I want to slow the boat down. I've never tried it for rock fishing, but I guess it would work, if you want to drift slower, but I haven't tried it. Yeah, Jeff was talking about how, you might fish an area where you think there'll be lots of big fish, but the little fish live there too. The Lakers are down by 11. Is it still the first half or is it second half? Can you guys tell me? Yeah, I can understand, Renee, especially if it's bad conditions. It was pretty windy this weekend. A lot of boats didn't run this past weekend. Tamara wants to know, does anybody know of a good tip? I don't understand, Tamara. So you just want to see pictures of different lures, like plastic baits, and you just want to know what they are, or what is it? Yeah, Lauren, when you start fishing rock fishing When you start rock fishing this month, you're going to be fishing a minimum of 300 feet. And you know, all the trips we've done with Jay and John up there, I don't think we ever fished 300 feet. I think most of the fishing we did was 150 to 200 feet, maybe 250 at the most. So it's going to be different. I'm sure the guys, you know, where they want to go, but I don't know. There might be some really big lingcod around this year because I doubt that those guys fish that deep very often. Okay, so Jeff says he used the sea anchors for rock fishing too. Maybe I'll try that this month. I just use them for halibut. I don't know how the Mirage is doing. It's a great boat. I'm sure they'll do well. But I know that Tucker on his boat, which is right in that same area, Tucker's in Ventura, and Joe's boat, the Mirage, is out of Oxnard. Tucker had limits of white sea bass yesterday. So we'll see. Sounds like the Lakers are down by 18 in the third period. Not good. Kevin, be careful with the phone. End of 3. Okay. Yeah, you can use an electric reel. Just use an electric reel for rock fishing. And I'll bring some red tape and we'll put a big red cross on your back so that people know to give you some space to be careful around you. How does that sound? You want a red cross taped across your back? Adolfo Fontana. You met me at the Long Beach airport. Were you the guy that was working that day? Or did you meet me in the somewhere else? Did you meet me on the tarmac? You were working that day, or did we meet inside the terminal? Yeah, like what Greg says there. There's so many different lures. I don't know how you would do that. Real Raider says 2 years ago, Emeryville trip. Oh, okay. Tells you how much I remember. The California trip is on May 18th. It's a Thursday. May 18th. So there's a link there. You can just press there and sign up. Yeah, that's a good way to go if you have a smaller boat and you can use a trolling motor to stay in one spot. That that locking system is pretty cool. I see lots of boats doing that now where they don't drop the anchor, they just do that. A 16-foot dropper loop? You saying your loop was 16 feet round? That's pretty huge. Well, crankbait should be pretty easy to understand. The knife jigs and all that, those are all different. And just remember, when you see a jig, you know, all crankbaits are going to have a lip on it like that. That's pretty much a crankbait. Here's another one. Has a lip like that. And the longer that lip is, it's the deeper, that means how much deeper that jig's going to swim. So that's what that is. Yeah, you can have crankbaits that are stick baits. So here is a crankbait that's really skinny, and we call it a stick bait. But again, it's got the lip on there, so it tells you that's a crankbait. Oh, 16 feet of fluoro. Okay. Yeah, I didn't use any fluoro for the 4 that I hooked and landed on the Pride trip. Okay, Tamara, here's another thing to help you tell the difference in jigs. So, when you see a jig that is like this, straight and flat on both ends, so both sides are flat, okay? And this one side is flat, this is flat, and then the other side has a belly like this one. So that has a belly and it's flat. This is flat on both sides. When you see a jig that's flat on both sides, it's either designed to drop down fast or worked on the surface and wound back fast. When you see a jig that's flat on one side and a belly on the other side, it's designed to kick side to side slowly. As it kicks side to side, that will attract the fishes. And that's how that works. The only kind of exception to that is if you have a small jig that's really heavy. And so normally that you won't work slow. You'll just kind of float it, and that's what this is here. So this is a small jig where we would put a whole squid on it. It's flat on one side, belly on the other side, but just designed to put a squid on it and let it just kind of fall down and work that way. Yeah, right now you don't need to worry about all that stuff. Just concentrate on catching fish with bait. Learn how to cast like you're doing. I mean, that last video we shot of you where you're casting was really, really good. TK, what rod and reel do you recommend for tuna? That's, another problem is when you guys start saying, selecting a rod and reel for tuna, is that tuna run everywhere from 12 pounds to, 400 pounds. So there's so many different outfits. The best thing is to go to your local tackle store, let them know what your budget is, and then, figure out what you want to fish for. If you're going to nighttime fish for a 200-pound fish, then yeah, you have to have a big outfit, big reel, something like this. That's going to be 100-pound Spectre, 100-pound mono, 2-speed. And then if you're going to be fishing for school-sized fish, you're going to be using something like this, for 20-pound, 30-pound fish. So it's hard really to answer your guys' questions when you're saying, what's a good rod and reel for tuna fishing. Nighttime, flat falls, or knife jigs. I like the knife jigs. I just think they fall faster. I also like to use bait. Drop. Drop shot. I mean, not drop shot, but sinker rig to drop down. And I would probably be putting hooks on my sinker. I got bit off 3 times last year. Yeah, that's a good, Tamara, that's a good suggestion Jeff has there. Just take the jigs that you have and ask the guys on the boat for suggestions. When to use them, what to use, stuff like that. All right, so just remind you guys to this coming Saturday, MacArthur Park. MacArthur Park is our... The Daniel Hernandez Youth Foundation will be hosting a free kids fishing event at MacArthur Park in downtown Los Angeles. It's going to be on Saturday, May 6th. Make plans to be there. Everything's free for the kids. Lots of fish to catch. I'll see you there. Hi everybody, I want to tell you about a brand new app that we just added to our website where you can watch our programs 24/7, all our brand new HD content. There's no contract, just go to the website and sign up. And remember, you'll be watching our brand new episodes a week to 2 weeks before your friends. Here's a list of some of our upcoming fishing trips, and all these will be filmed for television. So visit our website at sport-fishing.com to see our full schedule. Make sure you join us and be part of the action and be on my TV show. Okay. And for some reason, people are still asking when's the TV show on. So just a reminder that Saturday in Los Angeles on KXLA on my Spectra's channel is channel 14, but they're all different. 8:30 in the morning on Saturday. All right, TK, hopefully we're able to help you. Yeah, and Tamara, if your shoulder's messed up right now, don't be throwing jigs. Just rest your shoulder, do your rock fishing, go straight up and down, use the electric reel, save your shoulder. Don't hurt yourself. Alrighty. And again, we got some spots available for the California trip. And yeah, it's got fish in it. I was the person that put fish in it 23 years ago. Like 20 years ago or 23 years ago. I want to say like 23 years ago when we started the Youth Foundation. That was one of the first parks that we did, that in Lincoln Park. And there hadn't been any fish put in there since Metro Rail was built underneath it. They drained it, put water in it, didn't put any fish in it. And back then I had Blue Cross as a sponsor. And thanks to Blue Cross, we put like $8,000 or $10,000 worth of fish in the lake. And then when Echo Park had to get drained, I don't know, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, so that they could fix the bottom of it, I was able to get Fish and Game to move a bunch of those fish into MacArthur Park. And so they did that. And so now there's bass in there, a little bit of everything in there, lots of bluegill, lots of catfish. There's going to be another 3,000-4,000 catfish put in tomorrow for Saturday's event. So it'll be good. It will be good. So hopefully the kids will catch lots of fish on Saturday. Yeah, Tamara, listen to Jeff. Save your shoulder. Oh, Kevin says go trout fishing. You could try that. Yeah, the nice thing about tuna fishing is um, you can go ahead and hook a fish, and if you're not feeling good, your shoulder doesn't feel good, then just have one of the crew members or one of the other passengers wind it in. The whole thing with tuna fishing is just hooking the fish, and that's the fun part. So practice, casting, hook the fish, and then you can release them. SoCal, is it Traveler? Um, the catfish at these lakes are what they call put and take. So the state puts in the fish and they want you to take them home and enjoy them. So I would say the catfish, yeah, go ahead and keep them. And then the what do you call it? The bass and stuff, yeah, those are strictly. Um, we like to have everybody release them, but the the catfish, yeah, you guys can take them home. Not a problem. All right, it's going to be 8 o'clock. We can go make some dinner, watch the end of the game. So those of you that can make it tomorrow, 10 o'clock, at my office in Cerritos, we need help to cut up the bait and load up the truck. So those of you can make it, that would be good. Yeah, Jeff says the game's over. What's Terry say? Yeah, Terry, you need to recover really well before you go fishing. Okay, my question regarding casting, two speed. Yeah, next time you buy a two-speed reel, try to buy a star drag reel. If you can get a star drag reel, it'll cast a lot better. Okay? And yeah, I mean, there's a time when you're going to need a two-speed reel and for the bigger fish, but most of the time the guys are fishing, especially at night, when they're fishing at night, if they're using a sinker rig or they're using a knife jig, it doesn't matter. You don't need to have a star drag. You can use a lever drag reel because you're just dropping it straight up and down. But if you need to cast, if you need to get your line away from the boat with live bait, then you want to really have a star drag reel, and your reel will cast a lot better. So you want to do that. All right, hopefully that answers your question. Harry's doing so doing that too. It's physical therapy. All right, guys, tight lines. I will see those of you that are going to volunteer tomorrow. I appreciate it. Steve, hopefully you'll be there. Hopefully Robert will be there. Kevin, thank you for being there. And then Sunday, I'm looking forward. Lauren, I'll see you and whoever else is going to be with us on the new Huck Finn. So I will see you then on the boat. And then everybody else that can make it on Saturday, I will see you at MacArthur Park. Fishing starts at 9 o'clock. Registration starts at 8. And those of you that are volunteering, please be there by 6:30 so we can get everything set up. All right, guys, thank you very much. Good night, and I'll talk to you next week.